Good afternoon, Standard 10 students. Today I shall continue of from the lesson Act 3, Scene 1. Now we were at that conversation where Celerino and Selenio, they were only hoping that the ship that has been wrecked in the good winds should not be of Antonio. And they were praying, and they did not want that the devil should intervene in their prayer and put a stop to whatever wish or desire they have or prayer concerning the ship of Antonius. So he says over here, let me say amen betimes means before, lest the devil cross my prayer. So before the devil intervenes or ruins my prayer, let me say amen. For here comes in the likeness of a Jew. So while he was speaking about or praying to God, or let's hope it's not Antonio's ship, so they wish that the devil should not come and intervene or block their prayer or ruin their prayer. And then coincidentally, they see Shylock coming. That means while they were talking about the devil intervening in their prayer, the real devil, they say, he has come in the likeness, in the form of a Jew, which is being referred to Shylock. Now enter Shylock. How now, Shylock? What news among the merchants? Now I told you, there was a strong rumor, but Celerino and Selenio were not sure. They were not confirmed that that ship has belonged to Antonio. So now they felt, since Shylock is a moneylender and he's always found in the Rialto, so perhaps he may be knowing something about Antonio's ship, or maybe knowing something about what's happening in the Rialto. Now Shylock did not answer that question. Straight away he chastises them and he says, you knew none so well as you of my daughter's flight. So he says, you people were very well aware of the fact that my daughter was going to escape or my daughter was going to run away. Now here he uses the word flight. Flight means you fly with wings. So Celerino plays the fool. He says, that's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor that made the wings she flew withal. So yes, definitely I know about it. Because I know the tailor who stitched the wings, and both of them flew together. Now it does not mean that there was a tailor who had made a pair of wings for Jessica to fly away. Okay, knew the tailor. The tailor is now being referred to Lorenzo. He says, I knew the person, Lorenzo, who took Jessica and ran away. Okay. Now here they are being very sarcastic. Okay. They're trying to make fun of Shylock because he used the word flight. They said, I know the tailor who made the wings, who stitched the wings. Okay. And Shylock, for his own part, knew the bird was fledged, and then it is the complexion of them all to leave the dam. So now Shylock knows that his daughter has come to the age of marriage. So it is high time that the girl should get married. But they gave the example of birds. Okay. Now the birds, when they are hatched from the eggs, the mother takes care of them. The mother feeds them till the bird begins to grow wings and are able to fly. Then the mother bird teaches them to fly. Then at a certain age, once they come of that age, then the mother forces them to leave the nest. Okay? That means there is a certain age for marriage. So even birds, animals, they have this kind of principle. He says Shylock knew that his daughter was at the age of marriage. So he should not have overlooked that part of it. So here they compare the nature and the characteristic of birds. So when they grow up to a certain age where they have sufficient feathers to fly, then they leave the dam. Here the dam means the mother's nest. Okay. But Shylock says she is damned for it. Means she should be punished for this act of hers. So here dam means two things. One is the mother nest of birds, and the other one is punishment. Okay. Salarino, that's certain if the devil may be a judge. So that is true. If the devil comes in the way, then your daughter will be punished. Shylock, my own flesh and blood to rebel. Now he cannot believe that his own child, when we refer to our own children, we use the term flesh and blood. Means my child, means my flesh and blood. Khun ka rishta. Okay. So he cannot believe that he has been betrayed by his own daughter, his own flesh and blood. So this is an expression to show that he's talking about his own biological daughter. Okay. But these two are in a joking manner. So they say, there is more difference between thy flesh and hers than between jet and ivory. So you're talking about flesh. So there is a big difference between your flesh and your daughter's flesh. It is like the difference between black and white. So there is a big contrast between your flesh and your daughter's flesh. Then they come to the blood, liquid form. Okay. Between your blood, then there is between red wine and Rhenish. So that way you're talking about the difference between your blood and your daughter's blood. So your blood is maybe red, but your daughter's blood is more Rhenish. Now the grapes that are grown near the river Rhine, they seem to have a very deep red color. And one of the best wines are grown near the river Rhine. So there is a big difference between red wine and Rhenish wine. That is the difference between Shylock and his daughter. Okay. Now here they're only joking with him. Okay. They're just playing with the words flesh and blood. Flight, wings, tailor. Okay, they're just irritating him with all this. But now what they want to know from Shylock is, but tell us, do you hear whether Antonio have had any loss at sea or not? So now they wanted to know exactly, thinking that Shylock may have got the correct information. So through him they want to know whether Antonio had lost any ship at sea. Now when Shylock hears Antonio's name, so he is totally against Antonio. We come to know when they first met many a time and often he called me a dog and all that. Okay. There I have another match, okay, a bad match. He says there, when you talk about Antonio, then that is another person who have to deal seriously with. A bad match, a bargain. Then he ridicules, insults him by saying he is a bankrupt. What is a bankrupt? A person who has no money at all. A pauper, a beggar. Okay, he is called a bankrupt. A prodigal. Prodigal means a person who spends money lavishly or a person who spends money extravagantly or carelessly. In other words, a spendthrift person is called a prodigal, who dare scarce shows his head on the realtor. He hardly shows his face in the realtor and calls him a beggar. That was used to come to smug upon the mart. Okay, this beggar comes and tries to show his airs and graces on the realtor. But let him look to his bond. So now Antonio has to be careful. He has to look to his bond means he has to pay heed towards his bond and to make sure. He says he was wont to call me usurer. Every time Antonio condemns or blasphemes me by calling me a usurer, a person who charges high interest upon advantage. Okay. And he is another person who would lend money on Christian courtesies. Christian courtesies means on gratis, without charging any interest. So that is one grudge that and Shylock has got against Antonio. Antonio always condemns him, calls him a usurer, and then he is the one who also lends out money without charging any interest. So that is why he threatens him and says, let him look to his bond. Now everyone knows the term and conditions of the bond. Means 3,000 ducats was borrowed, and within 3 months it should be paid back without any interest. But if Antonio fails to pay the money on time, then the punishment or the fine is that Shylock is entitled to cut a pound of flesh from any part of Antonio's body which pleases him. Okay. That is why Celerino says, why I am sure if he forfeit. He says, okay, fine. Now let us assume. He says, if Antonio is unable to pay the money, thou will not take his flesh. So I am sure that if Antonio is unable to pay the money on time, then you will not take the pound of flesh. What that good for? A pound of human flesh is of no use. So what good will that flesh do? Though it is already written in the document. Say, but I'm sure you are not going to take it. Okay. But Shylock says, to bait fish withal. I will use this pound of flesh as a bait to take out my revenge. Okay. So it will satisfy my revenge. I know this pound of flesh is of no use, but when I take the pound of flesh, I will be satisfied. Okay, he had disgraced me, insulted me in front of all the merchants, and hindered me $500,000. He says he was the cause of me earning $500,000 profit. Laughed at my losses. Says whenever I would lose money, Antonio would laugh and have a big joke. mocked at my gains. When I used to benefit or earn, then he would make fun of it. Scorned my nation, speak ill of the Jewish nation. Thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies. So he always made fun of my business. Then he would convince my friends to go against me. And then he would incite those who were against me. He would add more fuel into the fire. And what was his reason for doing so? He says, because I am a Jew. So he has got all these grudges against me. Okay, so I'll end it till here. Then slowly, I shall continue. Okay. I've already sent the work. Please write it in your register and learn the given question and answers. Thank you.